going to talk a little bit about site preparation. In order to put a building on a site, we really have to prepare it properly. The longevity of a building has a lot to do with what it sits on. So when you get to a job site and a site we can take a look at, we have the advantage of seeing a line on this one because it's already been done. But you see the elevation changes. In the back corner we're about a couple inches over the highest point of land around it. And you can see as we move to this front corner, it's more like, well, probably around 8 inches high. So we see quite a bit of a change. A lot of times you see a site and it might be flat, but it's not level. So it might be pitched and it's hard to see sometimes. As far as analyzing sites, we do it in a couple different ways. Our excavation crew uses what they see here. This is a laser transit. The laser transit will shoot actually a plate or a beam of light in a one flat area, and then you're able to measure that using a stick, and it'll tell you exactly when that stick is exactly at that elevation. So you can shoot elevations that way. With our salespeople, they use what is called a zip level. It's actually a high precision altimeter. And they, when they go out for quoting purposes, they can shoot the site with that, so we know exactly how much fill it's going to take to get to the proper height, and we can properly quote a building on what it would take for material. So on this particular site, what we have here is we strip off all of the organic grade. That's all the grasses, the roots, everything else that sits on top to get a nice stable base to start with. And then what we do is we bring in granular fill. Okay, granular fill is more sand-based. You can really tell with sand because it won't stick together. Okay, there's not a lot to it as far as it's sticking. Water penetrates it very well and able to disperse through the site. Once we place that material, it is then compacted. We use a plate compactor, and this is one of them that we have. We have, I think, 4 or 5 different plate compactors. One thing's nice about a plate compactor and the different sizes like this one, it'll be good for compacting up to 8 inches of fill. We normally do it at about 4 inches or so at a time so we can get the proper compaction. But this plate compactor, you walk around the site, you compact the site, and then every time you bring in a truckload of material, it is leveled, as you see behind me here, and then we compact it with the plate compactor. We keep on working this until we get up to our line, because the line is ultimately what we're looking for. As we come across to this side of the prep, you can see how this grade changes quite a bit. We're talking anywhere from 2 inches high in the back corner there, roughly 8 inches high to this side, and if we look back beyond, there's a buildup called a berm. We take that material that we scrape off the side, we put it on the outside of the line to hold that grade in and to get a slope away from the building so water has a chance to flow away from the building as we build up that side. Everything underneath where the slab is going to sit is going to be compacted sand. One thing about organics is if you take organic fill and lay it down and you try to compact it, it doesn't compact very well at all. And you go with a granular style fill, and when you compact it, it packs very well. And so that's what we're doing here, is putting in granular fill, and we're building it up. And in the front corner you can see the worst area that probably has what I'm going to guesstimate close to about a 16-18 inch buildup in that corner, possibly even, I don't think it's 20, but somewhere in there. But the line shows us exactly where we have to come up to prepare the site, and we level it to within an inch, fully compacted, so then the concrete crew can come in and then dig their grade beams and do their work. So that is how we look at a site, and the other element of it is making absolutely sure water flows in the proper direction and you're high and dry so you don't have water going into the building afterwards. It's one thing to have all the right equipment, but what you also need is the talent, the people working the machines, the equipment, to get the job done and get a job done right. In this particular case, our excavation leader is operating right now, and she is very good at what she does. and she can get a job done properly no matter what. So if she gets to a site and she doesn't like something, she's going to take care of it properly, so rest assured. She also works an excavator like the extension of her hand, so she's able to work things. You can see how quickly she's just giving it a flat grade, just close enough to be able to tamp it. It doesn't have to be a perfect grade to start off until the very last truck, and then it's down to finishing with the machine and hand raking to make sure everything is perfect before the final tamp, and then it's ready for concrete. So again, equipment doesn't do everything. You need quality operators to finish the job.